Hi, welcome in. July 4. Wait and trust. Now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then I will know fully, just as I also have been fully known. 1 Corinthians 13, verse 12. Antique mirrors are curious things. They bloom with strangely patterned spots and cloud with age. Even so, people snatch them up at flea markets and repurposed shops and hang them in their homes as is. There is a certain allure in the reality of imperfection. Stylish or on trend as antique mirrors may be, few of us would buy them for everyday use. Why? Because seeing something dimly is no match for seeing it directly. This life is full of moments when our understanding is clouded by our humanity and our position on earth. Earlier in verses 9 and 10, Paul writes, "For we know in part and we prophesy in part, but when the perfect comes, the partial will be done away." It may not be until Jesus comes or we arrive in heaven that our questions will be answered. Father, give us grace to sit with our unanswered questions in our laps. It is not easy to only see part of the picture, but you promise to bring light to our understanding when you return. Let that be enough. Now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I have been fully known. 1 Corinthians 13, verse 12. It's frustrating at times not to know what God is up to, isn't it? We are told to wait and trust and praise our way through difficulty, but the very human side of us begs to know the answer to the question, why? Imagine what it will be like to look at Jesus in the face and hear him answer all of our questions. Understanding will bloom as wide as a sunflower in August, and we will finally see why the things in our lives that were difficult had to happen when and as they did. Father, what a day indeed to look into your face and understand fully what you were doing in our lives here on earth. Think of what you'd like to ask Jesus when you sit down with him someday.